opinion, what does stewardship mean to you?
Well, I think when you really start looking at, it goes all the way back. The first offering, Cain and Abel, that's where it comes from. So we realize that was the first offering. God accepted one, didn't accept the other. But that even starts to minister to us in stewardship because it was the heart. The steward is about the service. It's not about what you're giving. It's the heart of the matter. So even today, and a lot of people talk about tithe and offering, and and they talk about the New Testament where tithe and offering. Okay, no problem. But what is your heart? Because that's what he's looking at. God loves a cheerful giver. So the steward is going not only trying to take care of, because the steward in this, just basic form is to say, okay, well, I'm trying to make sure that everything goes well and I'm taking care of the things that God has given me. Okay, that's the basic definition of it. Okay, but for me, and looking at it a little bit more spiritual, if I'm going to do that, then I realize everything comes from God, and that's the first place. Because unfortunately, we are in a society today where we say, well, this is mine, and I'm going to give God this. So I'm going to be a good steward over what I'm going to give God. But I do what I want to with mine.
Absolutely.
So being a good steward is, first of all, recognizing, all this is His. So being that all this is His, how I give it and what is really, then I think it turns the light on of responsibility when you really understand the question of stewardship. Right. Because at that point, now I realize I got to give account for overeating. I got to give account for just going out here and blowing money on all this food and knowing I could have given that to a hungry child. Now I got to give account for all the stuff I do because all of this is His. So when somebody says, well, what about the 10? Well, what about the 100? What about all of it? I love the fact that in the Old Testament, and one of the things about it, all this is agricultural.